Greetings from Saigon, aka Ho Chi Minh. I'm in the district Binh. Restaurants, coffee shops. It's not as much partying as in the Bolivian. And we just moved here because we have more friends in this area. So now I'm taking a little walk around. And also gonna get some steps in. Also feel free to ask questions. Since it's a Q&A, walk and a Q&A at the same time. When there are more viewers, I'll show you more of the area itself. It's very nice. Today I woke up quite late. Yesterday we made new friends from US, Texas, of course, Texas. We always say we love Texas and Texans, and somehow we always meet awesome, very cool Texans around in the area. A lot of Americans here in Ho Chi Minh, by the way. So we spent quite a lot of time talking, like literally hours. And as a result, we went to bed quite late. So I woke up late, then I had some work to do, and only now at 5:27 p.m. I got a chance to walk a little bit around and explore the area. So we shall see. Are you in Vietnam? Hi. Yes. Me and my husband are in Vietnam. We have been here for quite a long time, I would say. It will be a year soon. We left Vietnam for a couple months, and then we realized that we just loved it here, and we decided for a few personal reasons, we decided to come back. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you doing? I hope all of you are doing well. It's a morning. Yeah, I mean, depends where you're from. Are you American? No, I'm from Georgia, but not the state. The country, Tbilisi. I got this compliment yesterday from the Americans from Texas that we met. And they said that my English is very good. And I'll be honest, I'm always happy to hear that, because I worked quite a lot to be able to speak fluently. Since 2020, it's not that long that I talk in English. Okay. Also I'm trying not to get hit by a scooter or a car, but also read the chat. Where are you from, Miss Sunshine? I'm from Georgia, the country. Hi, morning. How is your training going so far? My training is a lot of walking, so that's my baseline. I do a little bit of greasy groove, a little pull-ups, a little pistol squats, once in a 30 minutes, 1 hour, something like that. That's it. Let's consider that as a vacation. We're gonna go back to Nha Trang in the beginning of November, so around in like 10 days. And then we're gonna restart our training. Okay? Is it Vietnamese saying colonizers leave my country? Well, I'm from Georgia. I'm from a small country myself, so that's have been occupied and conquered and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely not a colonizer. and only respect to Vietnam and their culture and their rules. I'm very pro my country, my rules, and your country, your rules. So when I go to your country, I have to have only respect and understanding of those rules. Like in my country, we say, wherever you go, put their hat. By the way, your hair was amazing. Like looks amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you know about Merab and Ilya? Of course I know. I'm in the boxing myself, and I know a lot of fighters and pretty much know people from that community in Georgia, and now in Vietnam as well, in the Chang. So yeah, I'm definitely familiar with them. If you watch some of my other live streams, sorry, I'm trying to cross the road because it's a little bit tricky here. Yeah, anyways, done. Some of my other live streams, when there are upcoming boxing matches or UFC events, we're actually talking about those quite often in my live streams. She is not a colonizer. You're welcome. I appreciate it. Well, you shouldn't kill a tourism. If you want, like, this is one of the greatest things that in 21st century people have, that opportunity, pretty much from most of the countries. Even not with the strongest passports, we can travel, and we can travel to some other countries as a tourist. And definitely, you shouldn't kill tourists, but the rules are rules, and you have to comply with those rules of the whichever country you go to. What are you doing? Just having a little walk, exploring the area, and getting my steps in, and trying to read the chat at the same time. What's the secret of Merab cardio? Georgian genes. I'm joking. It's a combination of genetics, but it's also a combination of his training, his attitude, his VO2 max. I don't think it's ever been recorded, but I think his lung capacity is quite high. The highest VO2 max recorded is the Norwegian athlete. He's like a triathlon distance athlete. Forgot his name. Sorry for that, but Norwegians are quite good. So he has the highest VO2 max ever recorded. So I think Merab has quite a high lung capacity, and it's a combination of factors, like probably some genetical factors, but also definitely that is trained, because the guy, like, he does 25 minutes like for fun, and he does quite a lot of sparrings and wrestling within a very long time, like very long amount of time. And I think he commits a lot in the training. I think he's out training a lot, like a lot of people to a certain extent too. So that's kind of his secret, I think. What you're doing in Vietnam, just traveling. We look at Vietnam as a beautiful country that we have as a part-time base. Meaning that it's beautiful to spend winters in Vietnam. Like, it's warm, it's nice, and well, if you have an online income, all that kind of stuff, it helps. It's a great country to be able to save up money for future goals, and just whatever goal it is. So this is how we're doing it. Get a job. I do have a job. I'm self-employed. I work with people personally I train them, I consult them, and I guide them on their nutrition, on their sleep, on their lifestyle, to optimize it to be as efficient and as healthy as possible. And well, depending on the goals, well, I have a male clients too that are one of their biggest goals is also be strong, and with them it's a lot of hypertrophy and resistance training oriented on hypertrophy and strength. So I've been in the field for more than 7 years now, and I've been working online doing that practice since COVID, so it's around 5 years. So that's basically my main job. And YouTube is, well, I'm just growing my platform to be able to help more people and a strong, resilient, kind community. Love your voice. Thank you. Okay, I'm just scrolling. Okay, let me sit on the staircase for a little bit. Let's take a little break because it's hot. You're super liberal. Well, I'm from Georgia. It really depends. From the time to time, the old school liberalism is like modern conservatism in some places. So I wouldn't say I'm a liberal, especially not the far-leaning, or I'm definitely not a far-leaning conservative. I'm just trying to find the common sense in this world. Hope it's safe there and go to dark alley and scary street. Well, in the first place, we're in a good area here, but it's safe. Vietnamese people are great. There's some petty crime that can be, but just be like have a properly locked backpack, have a chest bag, have all your belongings close to you so no one can snatch it or something like that. And even in this case, it's not like someone would come to you and give me your belongings. It never happened to me. Never heard anyone experiencing that. So it's reasonably safe, and I feel safe here. It's also quite a live area at this point. Hi, where are you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. Do you seen the knockout of Alex against but I think Ankalaev returns soon? I saw it. On that card. I woke up. I was in Georgia, so it was quite early, and I woke up and watched Jury fight. I watched Merab's fight and Alex fight. And well, Alex is one of my favorite UFC fighters at this point. So I was very happy to see Chama being back. It wasn't as much as people wanted to see more, but it was like a total dominance. The guy just went in, stepped in, just took what belongs to him. And regarding Ankalaev, I just wish him the best. It was like he was destroyed emotionally, and I'm never happy. I'm never cheerful about athletes going through that. I think he's quite a nice guy. I mean, his tweets definitely. It's his now former manager who's been doing his promoting, which it was not the best way to promote, all the trash talks. At the end of the day, the respectful and a cool, chill fighters are nowadays more likable, I think. So I wish him all the best, and I wish he trains and gets back and does his best. Like next time, if there is a rematch. I wish him that it doesn't end that way, despite him losing or winning. So I have a job. Yes, that's true. I'm scrolling up, guys. What do you think about Ilya versus some who more skilled than you, who you predicting? On that one, it's 50-50 to me. There are slightly leanings. I mean, I think Ilya's like a upper striking, like a boxing, is better and is one of the best in the UFC. But it doesn't mean that the Islam's general striking, like he has a good distance control, he has good solid striking. He's out of the Dagestani fighters, he's the best fighter to me. He's BJJ, he's wrestling, but specifically BJJ is awesome. So he might be slightly better on that one than Ilya, but again, we haven't seen Ilya that much in the ground, though the guy also has a black belt in BJJ, like a legit one, and his first background is wrestling, right? So kind of equal in many aspects. It's just slightly leaning, like striking, Ilya a little bit better, wrestling. I think Islam is a little bit better, and that's why it depends how that fight would go. It has a lot to do with psychological factor, how they would be prepared, all that kind of stuff. To me, very exciting fight. Would love to see it, and I hope they make it. I hope they're just hyping us up, and they're gonna make it at some point. Your husband would do any job or something else. He also has a remote income. He does some crypto. He has some annuity set up. He used to have a company years ago that he sold, and it comes as an annuity instead of taking the whole sum. So it's like a monthly income, basically a passive income every month. And that type of work allows us to travel, and for me, do things like a YouTube, for him to do more networking, and we both do and social networking, and we meet people, and we try to set up different stuff and find opportunities and create win-win situations. So this is kind of how this is our lifestyle, pretty much. Ilya has a Georgian wrestling background. Yes, that's true. Islam has elite wrestling and also good striking. Ilya has elite striking and good wrestling. By the way, it's a perfect fight. Yeah, it could be a perfect fight. And I would say it could be a perfect trilogy. Like, despite how we would go, like, it could be very cool rivalry. But at this point, I don't see that happening. I mean, there's GDM welterweight bout, GDM versus Islam coming up. Let's see how it goes there. Then Ilya and Gagey, but I would watch rather like Ilya Arman or Ilya Pimplet. Could be interesting. But before that, it's also, I think Arman and Pimplet should fight as well. And whoever is the winner would get the chance to fight with Ilya. So yeah, what is a little bit annoying, I think, that lately it's being that a lot of fighters they don't fight that frequently anymore, except Merab. Merab is the sweetheart. He's amazing. He now he has a fourth title defense with Piotr Yan, and it makes sense with the Piotr Yan, and I think that's amazing. Like he's breaking records. One more fight, I think, after Piotr Jan's fight, if he wins that one, and then he wins next one, whoever that will be, he's gonna break Anderson Silva's record of the longest winning streak in UFC. And there are like quite some other records too, like the most common, most frequent title defenses, and against the former UFC champions also. So I don't know. I think he's Merab has a chance to become pound to pound the best. Yes, Islam needs to win against GDM first. We'll see how it goes. Even on that one, I wouldn't underestimate GDM. So a lot of people think that it's just very easy for Islam. Yes, for Islam, welterweight would be more natural, I think. He was struggling to cut weight to lightweight, and that has a lot. That's quite a big factor, because if you're exhausted, dehydrated, your performance efficiency decreases significantly. So I think Islam gonna feel comfortable in welterweight. But still, it's his first, like he's coming up there first time, and GDM is an active champion. He doesn't have the strongest resume. He just, became a contender, won against Bilal, and well, it is what it is. But we'll see. I wouldn't underestimate him though. Okay. Is Merab from Georgia or Space because he's his high level? Well, I mean, proudly can say that it's Georgia. I think he might lose. It's very taxing on the body. I mean, yeah, it's quite. He already has the injuries, and he's not that young, but he's still healthy enough, you know. And I think they would slow down if there was something significant. They would slow down, and his team would be honest about it. You know, we need to kind of rest. Maybe for the next year, he'll rest a little bit longer before having a first title defense in 2021. I still think he wins against Piotr Jan. The difference from the fight to fight, how Merab evolves technically as well, not only his stamina but like his technique. Like he almost knocked out Corey Sandhagen, who is like a very good striker in the division. Like his striking style evolved and it got better, and I was very happy to see that fight. I was actually shocked myself in a way. So I still go for Merab. Obviously, as a Georgian, I cheer for him. I wish him the best, but at the same time, well, I don't see any reason why wouldn't he win. Islam is now 34, went through many fights. I don't think he's 34. He's younger. He's like a 20-something. I doubt his reflexes are sharp as earlier, while Ilya and GDM are quite young, not even 30. They would like the... Okay, maybe I'm being mistaken. I thought Islam was around that, like 30-ish, but not 34. Like Merab is 34, 35, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta double check that. So you guys can double check it for me and tell me, you know, if it's true, because I actually don't really remember how old is he. I love the Aussies in Australia, no doubt. I love Aussies too. Everyone that I met from Australia, like I just met the awesome people. And very funny. They have an amazing sense of humor. Islam and New. We'll see. To me, I'll give it 50-50. And just because of respect to both of the fighters and kind of acknowledging their skill set. And we'll see. Hope to enjoy the fight. What are the beautiful store and food street in Georgia City? You gotta go to the old center, and it's pretty much the entire old center is the food and souvenirs and drinks and all that kind of stuff. Do you want to go to UFC? You mean as the athlete? No, not really. I would want to do professional fights, and I'm wanting to, you know, prepare for it. Right now I'm having a vacation, but gonna get back to Nechang and get back to proper training. But in the boxing, that's the only thing I want to do. I don't see myself succeeding in UFC, and I'm being quite realistic on that one, because it takes quite some time, like years. Speaking of years, it takes years to build up some sort of a solid wrestling background and like kickboxing, Muay Thai, you know, like use the martial arts that are actually essential for the MMA performance. So I don't see myself there. But as someone who is like helping to promote UFC or, you know, interview fighters, not in the Nina drama style, but like just someone who is like, you know, actually asking about their backgrounds, both active athletes, but also, or doing a podcast. I mean, maybe I'm dreaming way too much about that, but who cares? You know, why not? And like doing interviews with the pioneers, old school fighters, new school fighters, current active fighters. That would be cool. That is something I would do. Okay, everyone who is mentioning OnlyFans, I'm just gonna hide on this channel because I'm not doing that, guys. I'm not selling my honor and dignity and self-respect for whatever money. Okay? I was shocked by Charles' win. Well, I was not very surprised. Charles has the most wins, not in a row, obviously, but most wins in the UFC. He has most submissions in the UFC. He's legend in his own right, and he still got it. Yes, he has age, but now you can see a lot of fighters. Volkanovski got his featherweight title back. Now Charles winning against Gamrot. That also proves that Ilya is not winning against outdated fighters on their decline there, because they actually prove that they are winning. Like they still can win, and they are still quite competitive. Good night, love you fighting. I mean, boxing, and I would show you that for sure. Are you kind of tourist? Yes, I'm kind of tourist in Vietnam. Because the Brazilian fighters have a unique fighting style, we dance like them while beating. On my amateur career, to maintain momentum while enjoy the rhythm of a beat. You mean they're quite fluid? Yes. Well, Brazil as Mexico are known for their great warrior mentality fighters. Hello to everyone. Nothing wrong with dreaming. Yeah, nothing wrong. Well, dreams can become goals very easy, as long as it's not too delusional, or too impossible. Like if I say I want to become an Olympic level swimmer, at this point that is impossible, just because I'm 25 years old already, and starting it from scratch would make sense, right? But you gotta dream big and set the high goals. Guys, be respectful. Thank you very much. I respect you back, guys. I just gained more respect for you. Thank you, and that's what matters to me. I'd rather do what I'm doing. I'm already happy with my life. I have an amazing husband. We're traveling the world. We're not rich, but we are, set up things the way that we can, do, like I can do YouTube, for example. And actually, let me go from the other way. And that's what we want. We want to build up the community of people that are respectful, and the community based on the respect, trust, consistency, accountability, all that kind of stuff, And teach saying to the children that you can do whatever you want in life, no problem. Yes, like no one can stop you, but there is always a consequences. You want to be presented as a decent person, a trustworthy person, a person that has their word has a value and weight and impact, or you want to be diminish yourself to the point of doing OnlyFans or doing all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? This is Ho Chi Minh City, guys. Nina is cool, but her content can be brain rot sometimes. Yes, and unfortunately, well, actually, I like Nina. I think she's fun, and I think we would be friends. I think she's a sweetheart in reality. But that's the thing. Her content is specifically calculated for people who are scrolling, and well, we all brain rot. while scrolling to a certain extent at times, right? And well, that's a perfect content, and it helps to spread UFC popularity in, you know, in that way. So I can't blame her. She's doing her job. I'm from Georgia. Currently, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. In my country, 4:20 p.m. Well, we're not very far because it's almost 6 p.m. here. Yeah, he has the most wins in submissions. That's true. Volk is also showing his greatness. Yes, I love Volkanovski, one of my favorite fighters also. And what I love about Volk is so many people know him from his cooking channel. Like, obviously I didn't know it. Like, I know him from UFC, and then I learned about his cooking channel. But there's so many people that like, they know him from the Cooking with Volk, and I love that. I just love that. All whoever fought Ilya won in their later fights, and that's good. Good for them, and well, good for Ilya, because that kind of proves the point that he's being good, not because they're trying to make him good. He's good in his own right. I'm not saying he might not be undefeated. Like, I don't like this idea of like trying to become undefeated, because at some point it becomes a cherry picking. That's why, to a certain extent, GSP was both fights that he lost, he won back in then. And everyone has a controversial fight or controversial decisions. I don't think there are too many fighters that have a perfect record. I'll tell you who has a perfect record. Alexander Karelin, the wrestler. He has the perfect record. 2 losses against 880 something wins. That guy was the monster. But most of people. So the point is, when you just cherry pick and then would try to become undefeated and the GOAT, no, just go for it. Evolve, become as great as possible. Even if you lose, come back. That's why I like Alex Pereira. That's why I like him. Georgian Valentina Shevchenko, you know, I love you're gorgeous, Georgian Valentina Shevchenko. Oh, I love. Actually, I know a guy. He's a coach, and his wife. He's training his wife. She's a professional fighter. She's great. More like a Muay Thai, MMA, and she's been training now before this Zhang Weili fight. She actually been a sparring partner to Valentina Shevchenko, and they've been saying she's awesome. She's so humble, so sweet. Very good personality. Well, I wish to meet her once. They're in Thailand, which makes sense. Everyone wants to meet Brazil at some point. Vietnam is a dangerous land to visit for tourists, I think. Oh, that's a huge misconception. There might be areas, or more like I don't know, if you go somewhere in an abandoned village, and even there, I know a lot of people who cycle, who do the tours, and people are very welcoming. But in the cities, I mean, in the bigger cities, there's always relatively higher crime. But if you're in the right area, mix of Vietnamese and tourists, no problem. Like right now, I know, I mean, as long as I don't stand on the road like this, you know, I'm always being aware of not putting my bag out there or this, because you never know, it can be snatched. But it still never happened to me in that way. I never have seen that happening like that. So just, it's quite a safe place. One of the safest places I've been, actually. Dreams, objectives, goals, then reality. That's a good take. Okay, I'm keep scrolling up, guys. Don't want to be too behind. I like Nina really, but she's kind of making her man looking like Ian Gary. I mean, I hope they're good with each other, and they're kind of people. Some people just don't care. I mean, it doesn't affect their relationship and stuff. But yeah, that I wouldn't do that. Like, to me, reputation matters, and reputation matters because reputation is a power. It is influence. It is, you know, people listen to you. People trust you more, and That's why when you have a spouse, when you have a husband or a long-term partner, it's not only on you. You gotta make sure to make them look good as well. So that's my take on that one. Stay classy, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for saying that. Any YouTuber you like from India, name it. I apologize, but I don't really watch any Indian YouTubers at this point. I should try probably. A champ without adversity is unproven. Tom Aspinall. Oh. She's like Yushchenko, exactly like you. Well, if she has the same personality, I think we would get along well. She'll kick my ass though. She's awesome. What's your experience in living in Vietnam? Living here pretty much almost 1 year. Mostly in the Chang. We prefer smaller cities, beautiful nature, coast, quite a good MMA gyms, and like they have boxing separately, and there are many other things to do, and just love it. Saigon is great, and we're staying here we're waiting for our friends to come in, and just kind of to chill a little bit, almost like a vacation. But Ho Chi Minh is not the place that I would leave way too long. Not because it's bad, it's great, but we prefer a quiet life. So we like smaller cities, and I have pretty much a great experience everywhere we went in Vietnam. We've been Saigon, Ho Chi Minh, Nha Trang most of the time, so we know quite a lot of people and things going on there. Da Nang and Hoi An for a visit. Definitely worth to visit. If you go to Da Nang, go to Hoi An. And we've been in Hanoi. It's beautiful. So what can I say? All experience I had in Vietnam was wonderful. Is Vietnam nice? Yes, I like your hair color. Thanks. Yeah, keep scrolling up. Where are you from? You look familiar. I'm from Georgia, the country. Relationship is a two-way street, meaning that it has to go. Both have to make their steps. What is the special delicacies in Vietnam? I heard that their delicious are great, and their delicacies are great and delicious. I haven't tried everything. They have more like a basic food. Rice, some bread, some meat like a pork, beef, chicken, pretty much all type of meat. Meat with the vegetables, stir fried. It's great. Spring rolls, Vietnamese pancakes, that kind of stuff. But they also have, if you talk about delicacies, they have a fertilized eggs, for example, and I'm not a fan of that. What a lot of people think that it's same here as in Cambodia, where they have scorpions and tarantulas and spiders and different insects fried. that's more in Cambodia. Here, I honestly haven't seen it, but maybe you can find it in some food market or something. Tom Aspinall without Jones is a champ that's unproven. Okay, that's what you meant. Well, that's not on him. That's on Jones, but I really believe they're gonna make a the main fight of the event in the White House gonna be Jones versus Aspinall. It kind of makes sense. It's like a U.S. versus UK, like a friendly rivalry. That's just the only thing that makes sense, and that could be a huge money thing. So we'll see. We shall see. I hope no gun in there. Here you're not allowed to carry weapons. No one has weapons. There is also not in the area, in the areas we are, and it's not as same as Manila. We've been in Manila, we're in Makati, which is luxury area, and then you go outside a little bit and it's complete poverty, and can be quite scary to walk around alone. here it doesn't feel same. There might be some minor areas, but pretty much city, you can walk around. I had a long walk from a district to a district, and it's fine. It's fine, and there is no gangs like in that sense. You know, there's always some sort of mafia on the background, and obviously, you know, you gotta be careful to not to encounter wrong people at the wrong time, but it's not that obvious. It's not like the gang's gonna try to kidnap you or stop you on the street. So that's why I consider Vietnam very safe. Do you join the exercise classes in the parks? Vietnamese do that actually quite often. I did it a couple times just for fun, but I do prefer training a certain way, more like in a gym. Do like a boxing classes specifically, and do that way. What do you stay, my friend? Where do you stay, my friend? I think you're asking. Well, right now we moved to that district, Binh Tran, I think it's called. Oh, okay. What part of Vietnam? It's Ho Chi Minh, which is like the south of Vietnam. Have some good solid coffee. We love solid coffee. Chris is crazy on the solid coffee. That's his favorite, and I can't blame him. Coffee is great here. What's your country? I'm originally from Georgia. Street smart. Well, if you mean that having an environmental awareness, it's kind of like when people ask me, what is the best self-defense? Look around and don't go to the shady places. That's the number one rule for the self-defense. Second rule, run fast. Learn how to escape and run fast. So if you mean by street smart by that, then I guess I'm trying to be. Manila is great. That travel and pass. Filipino are very nice and welcoming to visitors. Oh yeah, they're very nice. Nothing against people. Manila is massive, so to me it's the too big city. Like I almost getting depressed in the megapolis cities if I stay long term. We went there to visit Chris's father at the time he was there, and that was just a couple-week visit. But we were already just missing Vietnam, Nha Trang, and wanting to get back there to our relatively small city with a tighter community. Why did you go to the streets? Because when you walk in the streets. You like boxing? Yes. If you watch some of my older live streams, and soon when I'm back to Nha Trang, I'm gonna definitely make more live streams from about boxing. Yeah, you will see that I like boxing quite a lot. Let's go, Mirab. Yes, let's go, Mirab. You're cute, thank you. Do Ukrainian, Russian, Georgian look same? Ukrainian, Russians can look similar-ish. Russian, like Dagestanis, Caucasians can look a little bit like Georgians, but yeah, Georgians are usually, yeah, they don't like Slav. They're not Slavs. I'll be honest, I look more like a Slavic, like I would look more like a Ukrainian, Russian rather than Georgian, with my hair color, with my facial features. Floyd Mayweather or Merab. It's like a, I don't know, pho, Vietnamese pho, or a coconut water. It's like two different things. Broken rice at Bep Me in is good, and the pasta and pizzas for P is great. Also massages at Ans. No, thanks for suggesting. Well, let me walk a little bit further. So, okay, careful. Gotta keep walking. Well, in Nha Trang there is one place that I don't even remember name. I just have a location, and it's not a luxury place or anything. The massage is dirt cheap, and they have, obviously you can pay a little bit more expensive for 2-hour massage, full body, face, like, you know, all included. And it's a blind massage. People And the best masseuse I experienced in my life, they close their eyes, like even the ones who can see, they close their eyes and do the massage. And I always go specifically for the sport massage, because the more I train, the more my body hurts, my muscles hurt, my body gets triggered, all those trigger spots. So despite me trying to do it myself with my fascial release and like a massage ball and the foam roller, it's still great to be able to go to the massage therapy. And it costs 120,000 Vietnamese dong, which is literally $5, maybe a little bit less even. And that I'm talking about the hour, okay? I'm talking about the hour massage. So it's quite good. Okay, let me scroll up. Yeah, I'm not a Russian. I'm from Georgia. I was born in Georgia. My father is Georgian, but from my mother's side, I have both Russian and Ukrainian roots. You look Irish. I've been told that many times. I love driving scooters in Vietnam. Are you going to rent a scooter? No freaking way. Even though I know how to ride a motorcycle, and I've been riding motorcycle at some point in my life, no, because even if you adapt to the traffic and it gets better, like it doesn't make sense to me. It's like imagine training hard and training and showing it on YouTube and trying to prepare for a fight, all the things I'm telling you, and then boom, just one crash, maybe even minor one, and I hurt my leg. That's actually what happened to one of my athlete friends in Nha Trang, a great athlete. Just because he's an athlete, he's recovering fast and he already is back to training, but he's also back to scooter, and he had a broken leg in the 7 places, including the knee. So no, I'm not taking that risk. I like to order Grab, and I like to sit on the back seat of the Vietnamese Grab riders, and that's one of my favorite things. I just enjoy traveling that way because I trust them because they do that since they are teenagers. I also have taken 20-cent Grab rides with the crazy drivers. Well, I had a pretty much good experience. In Saigon, they're crazier, no doubt. In Nha Trang, I think they're relatively smooth and better, and the traffic is slightly better. It's controlled chaos. It's not as crazy as it seems. Yeah, I know, I understand that. But as I said, I trust people more than when they are almost born in that controlled chaos, rather than me as a foreigner trying to adapt. No, like it freaks me out. I wouldn't risk it. Same Chris, like we were thinking at some point, and then we were driving, we were having a cab, and then all of a sudden there was like this, someone just literally a little crash, and we just looked at each other, it's like, no, it's not worth it. The Uber service is actually very cheap, so yeah, no, not I'm not looking for that experience specifically. Have you ever been to Indonesia? We were planning to, but unfortunately not yet. But I hope one day I'll do that. We will go to, maybe on this time around since we're in Southeast Asia now, maybe on one of the visa runs, but it's not specifically planned yet. Once a patient came to my clinic with the muscle tear, and he had the massage. The massage involved some kind of hammer, which leads to muscle injury. So be careful taking a massage. Oh, not that kind of massage. I'm a personal trainer myself, so I'm not a doctor, but I have years of experience with a certain type of injuries. There are different types of injuries you can have. When it comes to muscle, at least, it can be a tear, it can be just the triggers, it can be a strain. hypertension, all that kind of stuff. And well, they're like a safe ways how to help to release it. No way I'm going somewhere they're gonna use a hammer on me. Thanks. No, I'm for classic sports massage. Also, after like knowing I don't have any major injuries. If I had an injury, I wouldn't go to massage because that would take a different type of recovery, different type of treatment. I'm talking generally of when I train, I have muscle sore, I get more triggered, I get hypertension in my muscles. And the one thing that I love the most is a sports massage, which is a deeper tissue massage, and it's good. But thank you for warning, because I think people need to be considerate of that. Massage doesn't help everything. Your country looks amazing. If you talk about Georgia, it's beautiful. If you're talking about Vietnam, it's also beautiful. You look like a Black Widow from Marvel. Well, hear me out, guys. I'm gonna be a Black Widow this Halloween. I already found the costume. So, yeah, I'll live stream. I live stream that. Me dressed as the I don't remember from which movie was that specific costume. I think that was the earlier movies. But yeah, it's great. I always wanted to be a Black Widow on a Halloween, and here we are. I'm gonna be one. Bali is not far from Vietnam. Yeah, it's pretty much close around in the area. Like it's quite a cheap flight from here to Bali. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. No? And I need to update the chat. So sometimes it gets stuck on the thing. Okay, that seems okay. Okay, hello. Hello to the new people. Yeah, I better walk on the sidewalk. Anyways, the best thing I've been told, one of my YouTube viewers, actually that was a comment on one of my videos, he said that he has two daughters. One is 10 and one is 7, I think, if I remember correctly. And when they grow up, he wants them to be like me, in the sense of, being positive, but also being accountable and trying, be humble, try to be strong. I encourage girls and females to be strong, but not in the sense to be like men, in the sense of, like a mother bear thing, one of the best things that can happen to a woman is a motherhood, and with a good right man, and creating a family, and all things happen in life. And when I don't really like the mentality of a woman being just there and men have to take care of everything, because life can hit hard, and you need a strong, loving, nurturing woman by your side. So I'm trying to cross the road again. So that's my point here, okay? And that was one of the best compliments I've been told, and it also been very motivational, because I want more young kids and young girls to think that is the good way to live, not having an OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff, not trying to have a short, cheap validation from the society. Okay, but I cannot cross the road. I really cannot cross the road. Let me update the chat quickly. Okay, so now I see. Hey, hi in the chat. I'll be real, I feel like a low-key match. What's the race, if you don't mind me asking? Hit me. I'm married. Just letting you know. I'm Georgian and a little bit with some Slavic roots, so I'm a little bit of mix. That's Oh man, I'm having a hard time to cross the goddamn road. Okay, I'll focus on it right now. Come on, please, let me cross the road. Okay, just let me cross it. Okay, I did it. I goddamn did it. That sounds very American to me when they say like goddamn road. Anyways, well, feel free to engage in chat, guys. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if I hope the connection is good and it's not like a connection issues, because I encourage you to engage in the chat, ask questions. I'm in the island from the Pacific. LOL. That's quite a distance. Someone says bonjour, madame. Who's your favorite UFC fighter? I'll tell you what, I'm fascinated by pretty much a lot of UFC fighters because all of them have their unique story and they're great. And it's sometimes hard to pick the most favorite one. Obviously, Georgian fighters, both Ilya and Merab, are like number one to me. I love Alex Pereira. I've been following him quite for a long time, and he's like rivalry with Adesanya. So I love Alex. I love Alexander Volkanovski. More and more lately, I've been loving Jiri Prochazka. And that's why it's hard to say who's the favorite, because it's not like a single favorite fighter. It's just a great fighters with great stories, and not only their fighting skills and their fighting performance, but outside of it. So yeah, that's my answer. Obviously, I mentioned current ones. There are many. There are many. The older generation. Then you have a pioneers. Don't find one of the great, like, oh man, that guy was like at this definition of testosterone. If testosterone was a person, that would be a Don't Fry. So yeah, sorry, I'm always bad with that question. Lucky husband. Yeah, but also I'm very lucky too. We both were very lucky, and we quite often acknowledge that to each other. Welcome to Vietnam. Thanks. Would you like Valentina Pullet? Hell no, she would kick my ass. Boxing? Why not? Boxing would be interesting, but that's the thing. I'm aiming for I would probably go like a boxing flyweight, or even a minimal weight, like 51, 48 kgs. So I think that's quite a small weight. So yeah, I would compete in that. But I would love to spar and train with Valentina. That's for sure. Hello, my good friend. Hi. Hello, guys. I think it starts raining, so I better turn around and find a coffee shop or something where I can get a fresh coconut. I love coconut, so I'm looking forward to do that. Okay. Yeah, I want to get to the area that is more dense and saturated with the coffee shops and places like that. I know what it means. Sparring with guys. I mean, jokes aside, I am sparring with men quite often, but because it's great to train with guys, their pressure, even them without trying it, They apply great pressure, and for females it's a good way to train and get used to that pressure. So I've been doing that for real, but not in the. Okay, I found a very nice place, I think. Let me see. Xin chào. Chào. Menu. Sorry, do you have fresh coconut? Coconut. No coconut, okay. Let me see if they have juices. A second. I'm just looking, okay? Let me see. Just 1 second. Let me see. Tea, special milk tea. I wondered if they have juices. Jackfruit juice. So do you have juices, like a juice, except the jackfruit?
I used to have tea or.
Okay, you have. Okay, fruit tea. Okay, let me see. Jackfruit tea. Tea. Okay, I'll have lychee tea. Lychee tea. Yeah. I'll have the lychee tea. This is how Vietnamese money looks. Okay. Should they pay here? Okay. Thank you. That's a rose I got on the way. Just some stranger just gave me a rose, so that was sweet. Okay, should I just wait it here? That's good. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right, let me sit and see where's the good light. Is this a good light? I really want to find a good place where it's a reasonable good light. No, like this. I don't know where's the entrance. I think I'm lost. Okay, let me see here. Sorry. I think that looks okay. Don't you think? Okay. No. The light matters a lot, but I'm having a hard time to find a good light. I think that is good. Yeah, that seems good. It's a rose. All right, let me look through the chat now. Maybe you're gonna like Gian Hugh Walking Street. Where is it? I'm not sure. It's hard to memorize all the names. If it's somewhere close to Bui Bien or like in the center area, I've most likely been there. But if it's there, I'll look into it. What are you up to right now? I'm just taking a little break. Let's see how many steps I did. Not that much. It's like 7,000 steps. It's better than nothing. Is this Vietnam? Yes, it is. It is Vietnam. That's good light. Yeah, that looks alright. Lift carry someone challenge. Yeah, I don't think someone's gonna be happy if I just randomly approach them and try to do what Mirab did to Cejudo, like just lift them up and just carry them from one corner to another. I'm keep scrolling through the chat, guys. You look like you train. I do train. I haven't trained in a while now, but looking forward to get back to it. Wow, it's hot here. It's very hot. Yeah, even though it's considered to be a rainy season, and it's like kind of how to say that, it's sometimes it's cooler, but because it's a south. Oh, okay, I got my thing. 1 second. Here. Thank you. Here we go. I have my lychee tea. I love lychees. Lychees. I tried lychees first time in Vietnam. I didn't even know what lychee was before coming here. So there are a lot of things I tried in Vietnam first time, and I love it. How's it feel? Good stuff. I encourage everyone to get in their optimal healthy shape, guys, because some of us are young now, today, but it's gonna fade. Sometimes it feels that can happen soon. And if you don't maintain your health, if you don't do your best to have an optimal balance between a good restorative sleep, good diet, nutritious diet, hydration, base level of activity, walking, but also some resistance training, absolutely, that is like an essential thing. Combination of those two and balance between gonna make you happier, calmer, more fulfilled, more focused, and gonna let you focus on your tasks and errands and your work and career, whatever it is, family, and basically be an efficient human being. So yeah. Well, you look so much like a Becky Lynch. A lot of people tell me that. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe the vibe. Give me a second. So it's like a 6:34 p.m. here in Vietnam here now. Just weights for training or fighting too? Just for yourself as a skill, I absolutely recommend to do combat training too. I do combat training first of all because I love it. I look at it as the art, as a great development of a skill set that develops so many patterns of the human movement patterns, and also builds up a lot of advanced neural connections between your brain and your body. But at the same time, yeah, why not? At that level, why wouldn't you do competing like not into a full-time level, but just have the fights every now and then and keep maintaining the baseline of the lifestyle. So there is a difference between there are people who just go through camps and then they go off and they don't do nothing, and that's not very good for your health long term, because it's like a big fluctuations. From the other hand, if you have the maintained baseline, you do your VO2 max training, resistance training, you do enough recovery, but you also don't stress yourself too much. You don't stress about upcoming competition. You don't have that pressure. And then you go enter a camp period, which is, let's say, 2-3 months of the camp, sometimes longer, like 6 months. And then it's obviously you get some coaches, you get sparring partners, you get some other people helping you in the preparation. And then you do a performance, a fight, and then you get back to you recover, you rest, you take the time off for a little bit, like a week or two sometimes, and then you get back to this baseline lifestyle. This is pretty much what I'm trying to do. My birthday today. Happy birthday. Why you guys are obsessed with the lift up challenge? I don't know. It's good. It even has leeches. So guys, if you don't know how leeches look, they look like this. It's a white fruit. It has a seed inside, but now it's taken off, and it has a hardened skin, so you need to peel it first. And this is soft and sweet and very nice. Do you want to know a cool story about leeches? So one of the, it's a little bit gross, but one of the most expensive delicacies in the world is it's a Japanese delicacy, and what happens is it's basically geishas eating lychees for months or more, sometimes only lychees, and obviously drink water. So their released mass, like their shit basically, becomes white. It becomes white, and that is the delicacy. They stand on the table, they do what they do right on the plate, and people pay shit tons of money for that. So that's one of the, I don't know, that sounds like a kink to me, so definitely not my thing. But leeches are amazing. Someone says, someone's from Australia. I'm from Georgia. Tbilisi, the country. The Cooper flag? No, I don't know. Do you train there? Not in Saigon. It's just basically having a vacation and meeting up with some friends, doing a little bit social networking. We're going back to Nha Trang basically after Halloween, so around on the 1st or 2nd November. Okay, please, I'm gonna time out people who are spamming, okay? I'm just gonna time out for 10 minutes and then you can come back, but please don't spam. In the town there, swimming every day is good. Saigon, I'm not sure if it has the beaches, because it's kind of the outskirts of the Saigon is somewhere around the coast, but it's more like a industrial city. It has a lot of rivers and connected to the coast, some ports, that kind of stuff. So not here, but when in Nha Trang, it is a beautiful coast there, and yeah, you can basically swim every day whenever you want. How long you been here? I've been here. Me and my husband been here around a week now. So we were a couple months in Georgia. Now we're back to Vietnam. I want to invite you to my judo class. Could be interesting. I mean, I did some of the judo practice. I know couple basic throws, but that's it. Though I naturally, when I tried to do wrestling and grappling, I did BJJ for a few months and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm naturally not bad at it. But it takes a practice and skill. It's just not. I'm more focused on boxing as a striking. That's basically it. Pardon? Oh, it's nice here. I like the area, and it's closed off, so the rain is not gonna get me. They're super good. Okay, I'll keep scrolling up, guys, and I'm just looking how far. You like Ilya Tapuria? Yes, I do. He was actually, I think he's still back in Georgia, but yeah, he recently flew to Georgia and met some family and did some like public meetings with fans and all that kind of stuff. Good evening, my brother from Indonesia. My brother, bro. Okay. You're a permanent resident of Vietnam. I don't think there is such a thing, except if you own business or if you're married to Vietnamese. There are 3 months visas. You can get single entry or multi-entry. Single entry is $25, multi-entry is $50. And I'm talking if you do a visa application through the government website, e-visa application by yourself. And I'm not talking about paying off to the companies or anything like that. And then you gotta renew it, so you gotta rather exit the country around, at least for the week. So you refill it, wait for 3 to 5 days. Usually it gets approved unless there is any other problem, and you re-enter the country. Or there are like a visa runs, and you can pay a company that they transfer you to the Cambodian border. They have your documents, information. They fill up it for you. They rapid the process. So within 24 hours, they make everything ready. And once you're on the border in Cambodia, just waiting for it, sometimes for a few hours, they send it to you, all the ready documents. You print it out right there, come back. So a lot of people who live here long term, that's one of the hustles. They do that every 3 months. And I don't recommend you to overstay on the visa, as much as they are welcoming, and it's usually not a problem to get that 3 months visa. If you're gonna overstay, that can give you some penalties. I'm from Georgia originally. Georgia, the country, not the state. Do you think Ilya is best fighter in Georgia? Well, I mean, as much Ilya's technique, his performance, his fighting IQ is amazing. His boxing, the way how he brought the boxing, like all that needs as much as it's needed in MMA, you know, because you don't need a boxing footwork in MMA necessarily. At least you don't do that all the time. He does it beautifully, but to me right now, the way Merab performs, you know, his title defenses, how his style is evolving, how humble he is, never seen underestimating. He's not really doing that much trash talk. He's funny. I would put Merab on, even though I think Ilya is now pound for pound the best. But to me, I think Merab is gonna get on the first place, and I think Ilya not gonna be mad about that. They're very friendly. They're supportive of each other, as Georgians usually are. Thanks for explaining everything about visa and etc. so simply. You're welcome. One more thing, there are many materials in YouTube. So I recommend, if you want to see the guidance, what to go through, how to fill up certain fields, you know, because sometimes they ask you for Vietnamese number and you don't have it. So that field, you just keep it empty. You don't put anything. You just watch those videos and they guide you step by step, which is very helpful. I use it myself first time when I was filling up for visas. And one more good thing about the Vietnamese visa is, even if you make a mistake and something is wrong with your visa application, they're gonna just notify you that you gotta go back and change that. Speaking of the number, that's what I did. I didn't know what to fill up, and the guy recommended to fill up all the fields. So I was like, oh, I'll just put my Georgian number. So I put my Georgian in Vietnamese number field, and essentially, yeah, they said you gotta, there's something wrong with it, you're gonna change it. And I figured it out, I changed it, and then, so they didn't reject you automatically because there is a mistake in the visa application. They just encourage you to fix it. What's your thoughts on Gideon versus Islam? To me, that is also 50-50. GDM is interesting fighter. Islam is great. I always say that Islam is the best Dagestani fighter out there, and he's arguably also one of the top tiers right now in the UFC. So that's why, like, Islam, Ilya, those two within, and Merab, like between the bantamweight, lightweight, welterweight. But GDM is not to be underestimated. Okay, so I expect to be very interesting fighting. It can go either way to me. That's my personal opinion. You're not a K-pop fan, Kid Cafe anymore. I mean, in the defense, I have no idea what is like. To me, there are a lot of places in Vietnam. They're kind of like, I think, K-pop or have that background music, because it's very common here, in a lot of clubs and places as well. But in their defense, it's kind of their pop culture here, right? So it kind of makes more sense in Vietnam than if, like, I know some K-pop fans in Georgia, and I'm sorry, but it feels a bit weird to me. For them, though, it's like a natural, it's their pop culture, right? So, like, Vietnam, China, I guess Japan, like all the Asian countries around, they really follow on the, like, South Korean so-called K-pop culture generally. You're so pretty. Thank you very much, but stop spamming. And because you're being nice, I'm just warning you, because I don't want to time you out. So just please stop spamming. You gave a very good answer of my question and explained everything that I necessary. I subscribe to your channel. By the way, you are so pretty. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Okay, lift and carry some. There's the same person asking me. I'm not gonna do it. I'm on my vacation. I'm not lifting anything right now. So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. For your subscriber, please try the challenge, lift the carousel. You know what? I'll do that the other time when I have someone who I know a little bit that I can lift up, okay? But right now, I'm not gonna do it. My name is Diana. Aren't you in America right now? Why the weather is dark? I'm in Vietnam, so it's kind of the opposite part of the globe than from US, and yeah, that's where I am right now. You're not attractive, sorry, and it's completely fine. I'm not here for being attractive. A lot of people tell me that they like me and I'm attractive, and that's great. I'll tell you, my husband thinks that I'm attractive, right? So for him, I want that validation. Sometimes I'm like, oh, do I look pretty? This and that. It's kind of normal. But here on YouTube, I don't really care about that. Some people find me attractive, fine. Some people don't, even better, because if they actually watch me and they don't think that I'm attractive, and they watch me because I'm talking about, you know, we're having conversation about UFC, boxing, training, traveling, all that kind of stuff, and they're interested in that, that's even better. So that's no problem. What's your favorite UFC fighter? As I said, many. I love the fighters with the great stories, and there's so many of them. Obviously, Georgian fighters, Merab, Ilya, Alex Pereira, Volkanovski, like lately liking Jiri Prochaska more and more, with like him doing whatever he's doing, you know. And well, old school, Dimitri Johnson, Daniel Cormier, GSP, Prime Jones. Jones not as much as the personality, but more like the guy's fighting IQ, his creativity, and his natural abilities as a fighter. He's super ultimate fighter kind of thing. He's at least one of those, right? They're more the other ones that like I like the Big Country, Roy Nelson. That it's not that famous, and UFC wasn't promoting him that much heavily. He was like literally a fat guy who's like just knocking out people, and then his career was kind of ruined was the wrong match, calling him on the short notice. You know what I mean? He wasn't like a star, but he was very interesting. And in the females, I like both Kyla and Amanda. I think those two are the best now in their weight class. Valentina Shevchenko is one of my favorites all time. And the one she's fighting with, the Zhangvei, I like her as a fighter. Rose Namajunas, absolutely adore her as her personality and earlier part of career, but now you notice that since her husband stepped up and in her coaching, she's not really doing that well, so that's unfortunate. But I'm ranting, but it's I don't have a single favorite fighter. I have kind of many, and the first ones I mentioned, which is Georgian fighters and Alex Pereira, for example, those are maybe the most favorite fighters, kind of if we put that in a hierarchy. What's your name? My name is Diana. Someone says beautiful. Thank you very much. I don't read out loud those type of comments, but I appreciate you. Okay, I think it's nice to tell someone that they look good, they sound good, or anything like that. So that's highly appreciated. Thank you very much. Oh, what you up to in Vietnam visiting? Me and my husband traveling here because we love it here. We are back to the same lifestyle. We want to spend a few months here at least and save up more money for certain goals that we want to pursue in the future. I'm from Russia. Hi to you. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. How many fights have you been? I did amateur boxing and I did officially less than 5 fights. I think I had 3 wins, 2 losses. And at that time, female boxing in Georgia was not really that developed. So I retired quite early. Then I kept training for myself, maintaining it, working on technique, because I just love boxing and I love. I've been also following the mixed martial arts, but there were periods that it was kind of on and off. And now, lately, last few months, I've been I started my YouTube around more than a year ago, and it grew to the point that some people are asking me why wouldn't you do a fight, and I actually started thinking about yes, why wouldn't I? Because I'm more like a coach. I like coaching. I like pointing out the details. I like to break down the technique, the elements of the specifically boxing, because I'm best at it comparing to everything else. And then I was like, okay, why wouldn't I just show you a journey of me, whatever I do, training, having a baseline training, then get more into the harder training and try to get fights, and show all of that kind of stuff. Actually, back in Georgia, the 2 months we were back in Georgia, and I went for a couple heavier sparrings, because in Georgia they do that daily, and that's not good. So I was just going. I went twice, within a 2-week period, and I felt comfortable. I felt that it's not that easy to break me anymore. When I was younger, I was tense. It's like when you kind of fear it, you have adrenaline rush. Now I could execute certain things that I worked on. There are certain things that I noticed that's what I need to change, and I'm looking forward to get back to it. So when I'm back in Nha Trang, I'm gonna get back to my own trainings and do some live streams, but also I'm gonna get a help from another coach, a great boxing coach in the Nha Trang Sport Unite, who's gonna help me and do personal sessions with him at least once a week, specifically, so he can train me, he can give me a guidance on certain things, and I'll talk to the gym and the owner and just tell them that I'm willing to fight. So if there is anything within the range of Vietnam, Thailand, in the countries, probably Thailand has the biggest scene of the boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA type of fields. I think there is big competition there. So if that would be possible, I would love to do it while we're here. So that is kind of a short, it's a long answer to the short question. How dare you? How dare I what? Eat leeches? Chama. Alex Burr Jones at White House. Jones and Aspinall at White House. That anything else wouldn't make sense, and would cause a lot of frustration. Last question: how do you manage to earn while traveling, and how often do you train and travel? We travel a lot lately since I've been together with my husband. So we're together for 3 years. We've been traveling, but Southeast Asia, like the last year, has been the biggest and most traveling. And I'm self-employed. I work online, and basically I train people, I consult them and guide them on their diet, their sleep, their health, basically optimizing their life quality, learning certain skills, and train. So basically that's what I do online, and I've been doing that for 5 years online, and in the fitness and training industry I'm more than 7 years now. So that allows me to travel. And my husband also has the remote income, so we're just perfectly set on that one. Yeah, Roy Nelson was good too, even though he looked like a shopkeeper. I think it was cool. I think that was cool about him. He was not a standard, and at that point I think USC was pursuing that model looking. They wanted. It's funny enough because later on, then you have a Daniel Cormier who is like, not very like a six-pack guy, but I think UFC did made Roy Nelson dirty, unfortunately, but the guy was very, very, very interesting fighter. Where are you right now? In Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Can you say hi, please? Hi. I like Mark Hunt. Yeah. Oh, Mark Hunt. I think Mark Hunt. I like when the fight was Brock Lesnar. Like this is where I saw him first time. They're not that. They're not all like. There's some fighters that I haven't been following much, or that I have been following from a certain point. And I think I got introduced to Mark Hunt when he had the bout with Brock Lesnar. Good-hearted girl. Thank you. I'm trying to be. What do you think about Islam versus Jack Della? Can go both ways. I already responded to that question many times, but to me it's 50-50, and we'll see how it goes. Alex is also my favorite fighter. Fair enough. Okay, I'm keep scrolling up. I don't want to be way too behind on chat, but I also don't want to miss many comments. Okay. What up, Aspinall versus Gunn? Who wins? I would go for Aspinall. Like your tattoo, thank you. It's a dragon, female face, a katana. You should train with Tapuri and Mirab. I hope to get to one day. Yeah, and it's funny. I know some people. I actually know. From my old schoolmate, like not the classmate, but someone from the similar class, but the other class, but same grade. She's like a cousin of Tapuria, and she's like a famous singer in Georgia. A very beautiful girl, by the way. Apparently they're cousins, and I was wondering, Tapuria, because it's a common surname, but I was thinking if they are related. And with Mirab, I have people, I know the guy who is on his team, Vato Vingilia. He's like one of his social media, and he's like very frequently, he's attending all the UFC events. We've been friendly before, but then your passes break up. So I know some people who know them, because it's like Georgia is such a small country, and that community is even smaller. But what I don't want to do, and I'm not gonna try to pursue it, I'm not gonna try to get into a circle because they're famous or something. If that naturally happens, if my platform grows to the point, and I'm Georgian too, right? So I'm gonna get recognized, and they're gonna be willing to, as much as I will, to get to know them. If that happens naturally, sure. But otherwise, I'm not gonna try to. All I'm gonna say, I'm proud of them as the Georgians. I'm rooting for them. I'm cheering for them. And yeah, I'm proud that they're from the same country. and I wish to meet them and become acquainted to them one day, but not in a, like as I said, I'm not gonna try to pursue it and try to insist on it, because I do believe a lot of people do that. They're already at the point of the fame, and especially Mirab, he came from nothing, and now a lot of people who knew him in the past, there's some good friends and family that are, they loved him the way he was, and they love him now too, and they're good. There are a lot of people who try to take advantage of it, and I never would want to be one of those people. I'm from India, trying to train how I should go about it, and the main issue is financial, so there is only any option of ways to meet to get sponsored or something. Well, there are ways how to train. You gotta just start doing certain things. You can always train outdoors. You can always go to the little bit cheaper gym. You can always, obviously, take some finances, but you can even move to the country. Like Vietnam is great. If you go to move to Nha Trang, it's actually, and you get some job there. It's reasonable cheap. You can afford the gym, and you can focus on that if you really want to. Otherwise, I mean, when you are in certain situations, sometimes you have to change places and change the environment to pursue your goals. Hasan Makachev round 1 dash chop to GDM. I hope it's not going to finish in one round either way, okay? But it's a good take. I mean, I'm not going to say anything against that. That could happen. Do you like Brendan Schwab? I've seen some of his stuff. I'll be honest, I don't follow that much. I don't know all the things he says. I think I'm neutral. I would say I'm neutral. I don't know the guy that much to judge him. The fighting nerds recently getting defeated, even though they were good. I think they were too full of themselves. Well, once you get full of yourself, this is where the decline starts. So you gotta have a good reality check. And sometimes when you cannot do it, you need to surround yourself with people who are gonna give that reality check. We're gonna put you back to the ground and remind you where you come from. That's the only way. Mirab or Jan? Mirab. It's a 7 a.m. fun face. Well, you're probably from US. Daniel Coreyman is also very good. Yeah, he's great, and his personality-wise also. How long have you been in Vietnam? More than, and now it's like 10, 11 months, but also last 2 months me and my husband were back in Georgia, but now we're back to Vietnam we arrived like a week ago. Show your hand tattoo. There's a dragon, a lady, and the body katana. So it's more like the warrior themed tattoo. According to Chinese calendar, I was also born on the Iron Dragon year. So year 2000 is Iron Dragon. Sounds cool, right? So just decided to get that tattoo. If you have an option, Vietnam, Thailand, or Bali, I'm very happy in Vietnam, so I would say Vietnam. I love to visit Thailand and Bali, but according to what I've seen and I've heard about both places and the affordability, I would go for Vietnam. Have you been to Saigon Sports Cup? I'm planning to visit there my Vietnam trip. No, I haven't been, and maybe I'll try to do it, but as I said, today, like this time here in Saigon, just reconnecting with friends, recouping, recovering, and that's pretty much what we've been doing. What's up? Brock Lesnar is my favorite wrestler, and I love him from childhood, and he's the GOAT. Yeah, he's one of the athletes who's been came from WWE and actually fought in a real fight. So, and both are hard in their own way. So, yeah, I think he's great. Becky Lynch. Someone says Randy Orton is a GOAT. Becky, you think Randy Orton is better than John Cena? Well, that's the thing. I'm not very familiar with WWE. I recently watched Netflix documentaries about all the McMahon family and like the rivalry between WWE and the other organization, and then like the upcline and the decline of the and different eras. So it gave me a little bit more perspective of this universe and how why people watch it, because I never been interested in that much. So I got familiar with some names and some performances in different eras, but I don't really like. I'm not a follower. I'm not a fan, so I cannot tell you much about that. Your response of training with Mirab and Ilya is the best. Well, it is the truth. That's my honest opinion. With your high protein. Oh, you mean what I eat? So I take usually my take is a chicken breast and eggs, like as the main source, and obviously then I eat balanced, and then you get some plant-based sources as well. So it's all mixed up, but as the main source, very commonly chicken breast and eggs. Happy Diwali, but are you married? I'm married, but please don't spam, okay? Stop spamming, I beg you. Because when people say nice things, but they spam, I don't want to time them out. I just want you to stop so I don't have to. How much protein meal do you eat? I try to aim for 2 grams per body kilogram. So I'm around 54, 53. I can go all the way to 50. So I aim for 100 grams usually. I can't tell you how clean I eat right now. I mean, right now I'm walking a lot. I'm pretty much doing OMAD. I'm not eating that often. Like I'm not eating, I'm eating once or twice a day. But usually when I track, and I'm gonna start tracking more back in the chunk, I always try to aim for 100 grams at least. Do you wrestle to like Mirab or mainly striking? Mainly striking. But I tried wrestling, and I think I can get good at it because I'm naturally, I'm quite strong for my body weight and my body type. What's your thoughts on Jake Paul versus Davis and their weight class combination? Is fun. It is ridiculous and horrendous. I'm probably not gonna even watch that fight. Maybe just look at the highlights. No, like, I mean, boxing, commercial boxing, always been rigged to a certain extent. There were not all the fights necessarily, but there were promoters like Don King, and like a lot of people ruined because of that. But what Jake Paul and those YouTube boxers, and nothing against it, like I'm a technical YouTuber, but if I go boxing, I'm gonna have a real fight. I refuse to do anything staged and stupid. Okay, so I don't have problem with the YouTubers doing actual real fights and trying to get better in boxing and show that. That's completely fine. But what Jake Paul is doing, he's turning it almost into a WWE, and it is just embarrassing. Making a lot of money though, I understand, but that's the same thing as, not the same thing, but it's close to when people tell me, oh, go OnlyFans, you're gonna make a lot of money. Well, even if I become a top model of OnlyFans, well then what? It's embarrassing. Like, well, that the whole thing is embarrassing, right? Despite however much money I would make. So yeah, I don't really appreciate his way, and it's sad because he could become like, he could train and gradually transit from the performative like training to actually get used to sparring, get better at it, and actually start like become a solid boxer, because he has a technique, he has a skill, like he has a potential. But his first loss and the only loss against the Tommy Fury, that is, I mean, maybe not the greatest boxer, but he was the real boxer. And that knockout, after that, he just decided to, nope, I'm just gonna make it all fake. I don't want that to happen again. So it was probably an ego thing, and that's not the right way to approach it. Oh, hey, it's morning here in Texas, so good morning. Well, good evening from Vietnam, and me and my husband love Texans. We actually met a couple Texans from yesterday, and it was lovely. Love from Texas. Girl, please drink water. I'm talking from a long time. Yeah, don't worry about me. I drink a lot of water in the morning. So obviously the best thing is to have like a little sips and drink it that way. But well, sometimes you just can't have an average intake. And I always take a lot of water in the first half of the day. And I have my tea here, which is can be considered the water, but it's better than nothing. Thank you for a reminder though. Married, yes, I'm married. Haiti likes from Brazil. Hi Brazil. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is great. Lennox Lewis smokes every heavyweight that's ever existed. I mean, Lennox Lewis was one of the greatest, so but it's arguable. Like when you have in that era, it could be it could go a wrong way sometimes, even for the best ones. To me, one of the great ones was also George Foreman. And obviously Tyson. Tyson to me is number one. The only problem with the Tyson style is he needs to get the knockout, otherwise it gets exhausting if you do like entire 12 to 15 rounds, well, in that era. I'm all the way up in the chat, guys. When you saw John Cena for the first time, were you starstruck? Well, I saw John Cena first time ever in the movies, actually. Yeah. And then from some highlights, I knew that like the famous meme of the John Cena, that music background, and he like falling on someone like with the elbow. That's like a famous one. So I knew that he was a wrestler, professional wrestler, but I don't think I ever seen like a full show. What do you think about India? I've been in India 1 month. Me and my husband traveled back in 2024. We were in Mumbai, Goa, Amritsar, Haridwar, Rishikesh, and Delhi. And it was very interesting cultural experience. I loved Rishikesh. I loved Goa and Rishikesh the most. There was the most peaceful, like chill areas comparing to other cities. There are obviously way more cities and places to visit, and at some point, hopefully, going to be able to do that. The growing economy is interesting, and the population, the young, like India is gonna outperform China by the 2040 or something, because you have the dominating population growth within the younger generation, and some of the technological and infrastructural stuff I saw, I was quite fascinated. So yeah, India and Europe, there are a lot of you guys. I mean, it's a lot of very big population, and as I said, China is going on a demographical decline, and India is gonna incline. So it's been pretty much like close now, but India is gonna outpopulate China. Okay, I'm just trying to. Okay, so you're right. Okay, I'm keep scrolling. I'm just trying to find. It's about Dina. You cannot see me. Are you going to dress up for Halloween? I'm dressing up as the Black Widow. I already booked the costume. So yeah, I'm gonna live stream. A lot of people are like dress up as the Black Widow. So why not? I recommend you the Himachal Pradesh in India. It's kind of similar to the Switzerland in winters. I'll consider it. Does Randy take pictures with fans? Because I'm nervous to ask him. Well, I don't know. And if someone in the chat knows, please respond to that guy. Hi, where are you? I'm in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Hi from Indonesia. Hi from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Appreciate you guys being here. What is this all about? It's a live stream. It's a Q&A. I was walking around, but now it started raining, so I just chose to have local coffee shop or like a cafe. Got my lychee tea, and well, people ask me different stuff from traveling to USC and boxing, because that's one of the major content that I've been doing and live streaming about those things. Training, healthy lifestyle, boxing, and all that kind of stuff. When are you coming back to the WEE? I don't know what you mean. You don't need to dress for Halloween, you already look like a ghost. It's because I'm not that pale. I've seen, hear me out, a lot of people here, I mean, not Vietnamese specifically, but some people are super pale. Are you from Vietnam? No, from Georgia, but me and my husband now travel in Vietnam, and we live here as in a part-time base. And yeah, boxing, right. What supplements do you take? That's a good question. Right now, I haven't been taking anything. But usually, when I'm back into training, I take creatine, I take multivitamin, just essential vitamins and minerals combined. I take separately magnesium, omega-3 fatty acid, and I take there was the cordyceps mushroom that helps to for the cardio, and it's not a doping or anything. It's just a supplement to for the cardiovascular health. And what else? That's pretty much it. Anything else I'm trying to take from the food, because supplements are as an addition. You watched the RDR fight with Alan? No, I have not watched that one. Which country are you at? Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh. How long have you boxing for? I've been in amateur boxing for around like 2-3 years, and I was in the national team, and I had less than 5 fights, like official ones, and I had quite a lot of open ring fights and sparring, like when it's hosted by the gym. It's not official IBA. At that point it was IBA, now it's separated. You have IBA and World Boxing Federation. It's happened quite recently. And then I've been training for myself, so I kind of retired early. And I'm talking about the span of the 10 years total. So I've been practicing and doing boxing on and off, training and doing some sparring. I was helping as a sparring partner at some point. Then for the last few months I'm back to training, and I did a couple heavier sparrings to see where I'm at. And I'm well, right now I'm having a vacation. We're having a vacation, but we're looking forward to get back to Nha Trang and keep training the boxing. So it's just taking it on its own pace. I was joking about the ghost. I mean, I got it. I tried to do a comeback joke, but I don't think mine wasn't that successful, I think. Who is better, Merab or Ilya? Ilya, technique-wise, and I think fighting IQ-wise, but Merab is a real warrior, resilient. He's very consistent. So, and there are a lot of things that Merab is better than Ilya. But they both are great to me. I think they're both amazing, and I hope they just keep it up that way. Our gingers were in Georgia. Hello from Ireland. Hi, Ireland. Yes, gingers are pretty much rare everywhere except the Ireland, I think, everywhere in the world. But I'm not even a natural ginger. I look like one, but you cannot see it because it's freshly done. But I'm more like an ash light or ash blonde or ash brown hair color, because I'm Slavic. I have Slavic roots, so I inherited my colors from my mom. And my hair is such a interesting pigment that can absorb pretty much every color easily. So I don't even bleach my hair. I just apply the color and it just becomes the way it is, you know, and to some people it looks quite natural. I was in Georgia last summer, Batumi. How did you like it? I'll be honest, when I was first time in Nachang, I compared it to Batumi and I loved Nachang way more and it's way cheaper. So I was quite fascinated, like, how is it so expensive in Batumi now? I mean, for Georgian standard, when Nachang is way better and is way cheaper and way more affordable. Please come live on Twitch or enable YouTube gift option so we can contribute to your journey. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't know, I kind of didn't do that properly. I tried several things, but I'm probably gonna get the Streamlabs Turbo and just do like a multi-streaming, because I have Twitch, but I've been kind of mostly focusing on YouTube. And when it comes to my YouTube, right now it's just temporary enabled because I didn't know, and I had VPN on all the time, just for obvious security reasons. And apparently I didn't know that it wasn't a good aligning with the guidelines. So right now I'm just waiting. I got the suspension, which is it's temporary. So now I fixed that problem, and I hope that in the 30 days, the monetization hopefully gonna come back and all that kind of stuff. So at this point, it's not a big deal because I want just to keep growing my channel and, you know, keep growing the community. So it is all about. But that's a good take. I really need to choose a good multi-streaming option for the smartphone and just do it. So thanks for saying that. As I said, I already responded to the boxing question. How long I've been boxing? What's your plan today? Nothing. Just chilling, just walking around and live streaming. You have a pretty nose for a boxer. How is your breathing? Do you have difficulty breathing? I'm pretty much okay. At some point, I was hooked on the sprays, because if you can see, my nose used to be completely straight, but I actually got my septum shifted. It's not broken. I never broke my nose, but it was shifted, and basically you can see the nostril shapes. It's like pushed in a little bit. And after that, I got hooked on the spray, the nasal spray, and those are horrible ones because it relieves you, but then it was like on and off. Then at some point, I would just, you know, sleeping in the winters, I would open the window, sleep in complete cold, that would help. So I was off the medicine, then again on. But now, finally, I'm off of it for more than 2 years and I don't do anything. And my breathing is okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but I pretty much can breathe from both nostrils. It's like just shifted a little bit. Says on time, Thurman Sebastian from Dora will undercard to Manny Pacquiao fight. Oh, you're talking about Manny 2026? Yeah, that's exciting. Also, Pandora, are you talking about the sister? She's the flyweight champion. She's extremely tall. Oh, she's a nightmare for anyone in that division. So if I ever get to that level, that I actually would be able to fight for like a championship, I would probably go minimum weight. because she's like 170 centimeters, and I'm like 161. I'm not saying it's like impossible, but her reach is also crazy. So she has like a perfect physique for a distance boxer. Usually I can tell pretty good dye job. It's not even dye job. It's just my hair. Like it just takes to coat it. Do a right mix. Obviously, if you put a natural type of color, it's going to be visible. But I like to look natural, so it's just, it's just the right mix. Applied to my hair. Boom, it's done. You speak Russian? Yes, I'm fluent in Russian. English, Russian, Georgian, I'm fluent. You look gorgeous with red hair. Really compliments your pale skin. Thank you, I appreciate it. I always watch your videos, my friend. It's amazing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Come to India for visiting. At some point, we'll be back. I already been in India, and it was very interesting trip. Islam versus GDM, I already responded it like many times. I'll give it 50-50 because it can go either way. Why Randy Couture is not considered as a GOAT? I mean, it depends who you ask, because you can put Randy Couture as like a top 10 at least of the all time. You can do that. I mean, I think he's super great, right? So I don't know, and a lot of UFC lovers and enthusiasts and bloggers and people who have a social media presence, they actually put him on the like a top list. Do you see Ilya? Like, have I met? No, I actually left when he came to the Georgia, but honestly, as much as I love Ilya and Merab, and I would love to meet them personally, yeah, I mean, I don't seek it that way. I wouldn't go to that event. Hopefully one day it happens that we're in the same circle and we just get introduced, and that would be awesome. I have never been able to breathe through both nostrils in my entire life. Yeah, you gotta check your nose and check the options of actually maybe get a surgery and open it up. And a lot of professional fighters do that also. They do it when they finish the career, when they're done with their professional career. One of the first things they do, they take care of their noses, because it's actually really, really important to be able to breathe properly for your heart health. Your fights are not on your YouTube channel. Where can we fight your fight? Oh, that's the thing. I had less than 5 official fights, and that was 10 years ago. So I don't have anything left. Sorry for that. But looking forward to. I already did those sparrings, and I really wanted to video it, but the coach didn't allow me. He said that he doesn't want his athletes, his boxers to be on video on YouTube, so I had to respect that. But now we're gonna look, as I said, get back to Itnachan. We'll see if there is gonna be any sparring partner for me, because I'm gonna talk to the guys. Maybe they try to help me to find someone, and then I'll show you my fight. First professional fight that I ever gonna have. I'm gonna definitely live stream it or make a footage that's gonna be available on my YouTube. You have a slight accent. Do you have an ethnic parent from the Balkans? And by the way, do you know any other language than English? My father is Georgian with a little bit Armenian roots, like a little bit. And my mom is from Crimea. She's half Russian, half Ukrainian. But that's kind of what I know. I never got the genetical test. I might have some other roots in me within both families. And I'm fluent both in Georgian and Russian. My first language was Russian, actually, because my mom didn't speak Georgian at the time. So in the family, they communicated in Russian, even though we lived in Georgia. Then I became fluent in Georgian pretty much since I was a child, in like kindergarten and school. But a proper Georgian, like with all the proper grammar and vocabulary. I think by the 7th grade I became good. And then English, it was 2020 in the pandemic, and well, some people don't believe me, but I really, I don't know English for that long. It's been 5 years now, so it's good, more than enough. I've been working with foreign clients, and I met my husband for 3 years, so it's like he's Norwegian, but English is his like a second language, which he speaks since he was 3 years old, and he was like raised on American TV shows, so he has quite a generic American English. So essentially, I have full-time practice in English, and I keep getting better at it. Muster up the inner Mike Tyson and fight her in the inside. You have power. Oh yeah, that's the Fundora. Yes, that's the what. That's pretty much the way how to deal with that, and yeah, you gotta practice it. Looking forward to get back to it, and again, looking forward to actually look into like getting the fights. He came to Georgia, yes.
Hello em.
He's one time. Thurman is this year is not prime when Thurman prime when he fight Manny Pacquiao on that year. Well, that was long ago. I mean, for Manny he's not prime either, but his fight with Barrios showed that he's solid, even though it's not his prime, but he's actually solid. Conor Habib. As much as Conor was inspirational for everyone, like his decline, I mean, I respect Habib more when it comes to discipline and, you know, some of his stuff. But there are also a lot of things that I disagree with Habib. And I'll be honest, sometimes people invite me, go to Dagestan, train with them. Have you ever seen a woman training with Dagestanis? No, because that they just don't allow it. It's a Muslim community, and it is the truth. When in Georgia, there are female fighters, there are female athletes, there are female judokas, like the strong ones, and people are very encouraging. But people don't. Yeah, there are some people who say that, oh, white girl goes to the combat sports, it's like, you know, dangerous, this and that. But now most of people they encourage both of men and women combat artists. So yeah, if you're female and you want to train in Caucasian region, come to Georgia. You will like it. Okay, someone says, can say hi in Russian. I can say hi in Russian, but I'm not speaking too much Russian on the channel. So, привет. Я надеюсь, что у тебя все хорошо. I said that, hello, I hope everything's good on your side. But your prediction, my friend, Sebastian Fundura can beat Thurman. Oh, you're talking about Sebastian Fundura. Yeah, I mean, he can. Well, we'll see how it goes. I need to look more into it, okay? Because I heard about that card, but that's only, like, I just heard about it. I'm not even sure who is, like, in the undercard. Where do I know Russian from? Well, my mom is from Crimea and she's fluent in Russian, and my father was, and a lot of post-Soviet countries, like that generation, people speak fluent Russian. Jake Paul finds his next opponent. That's you. Yeah, I mean, that's a fun joke. That's inspiring. Okay, bye. Have a good day. You're wonderful. I appreciate it. You guys are also wonderful. Telling you once again, drink water. Yes, sir, or ma'am. I'm not who you are, but yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You know what? Just to make you feel better about it, I'm just gonna go grab some water. Sorry, can I have water? Do you have water? Like your water. A cup of water. Yeah, just give me a cup, whatever. Doesn't have to be bottle. So you can hear me from here, right? I'm getting my cup of water. Okay, thank you. I'm back with a cup of water. I see your old videos. Your husband is handsome and you're beautiful. You guys meant to be amazing. Ah, thank you. I appreciate it. He doesn't appear way too often in my videos or live streams, but sometimes if you've been watching me frequently, yeah, you could spot him sometimes. Current generation in Georgia does not know English at all. Well, that's not true. My generation are tend to learn more English rather than Russian. Some people even refuse to speak to Russian because because of the political situation. So I would say my generation are way more pro West. Let me scroll up. What is success to you? The success is to create an environment where a great family, a great community and friends, and where you can create a chain of success and chain of kindness. You can influence other people to get better. You can achieve certain level of financial stability and security and being able to travel and afford the things, but at the same time, yeah, I always think that to a certain point, when you make money, like above that point, it's just adding up. That money is just unnecessary. That's why there are people who have that base and then they just give up it to charity. Well, one good example within the sport is Manny Pacquiao. Out of $5 million he made throughout his career, around 500 million, and around 300 million he put into charity, both develop the places and the areas and the programs, and gave money literally to people in the Philippines. That's one of the reasons why he's national hero. So, like, that is success to me. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. Horinampora. I don't know what language that even is, so please, if you want me to respond to you guys, I encourage you to ask me in English. What is the best drink? I hope you're not a Coca-Cola fan. No, I'm definitely not a Coca-Cola fan. The best drink is a coconut water, like a fresh coconut water. It is amazing. It is like a drink of gods. I wonder what's the range on the microphone. Well, it is connected, so there is a translator is connected to the USB plug, and the mic is on, so it's not connected through Bluetooth. So I think the range is quite long. Do a pull counter. I'll do that next time when I do boxing live stream. Okay? Are you married? Yes, I am. If you can't really box, show me what a pull counter is. I'll do that next time, okay? Is Antonio Margarita the biggest cheat in the boxing? Well, considering what he did, he was... what was the material that you wrap it, and with the water reaction it becomes like a cement? That first of all, that's not only cheating, that is dangerous, that you can kill someone like that. So yeah, I would say he's one of the biggest cheats in the boxing. And I love how Manny Pacquiao taught him the lesson. Manny Pac-Man is my all-time GOAT in boxing. Yeah, one of my all-time favorites too. And he's a GOAT for sure. You're the most beautiful female boxer. I like your attitude and training. What got you into boxing? I think I started from karate, and the reason was just to I wanted to get stronger. I wanted to get more confident, to be able to self-defend. Obviously, the more you grow and more you experience, you understand that they're the only training martial art that is not it doesn't guarantee that, but it was more about me and my mentality and kind of like the warrior mentality. I don't know. It always appealed to me, a warrior's journey. Something like Jiri Prochaska, like the way how he's like a Czech samurai, a European samurai, like something similar to me. I wanted to be strong, to be able to protect vulnerable, even though I'm a woman, but I just wanted that mentality. And I went to karate through my father's friend, was a black belt, and he just brought me. But then very quickly I realized that I like boxing more, and that's how I moved to boxing. Wow, really? I will also drink coconut water too. Yeah, I mean, it's great. One of the greatest drinks. I'm not joking. I imagine my friend, if we talk face to face and I can distance because I care with you, you can counter me, punch you. Wahaha. Okay, I didn't get that one exactly, but okay. Hello, Brandon Schaumburg. There's someone saying that quite often. Who's your favorite boxer of all time? Tyson, first place. Manny Pacquiao, Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, George Foreman. And there are some others, like from the more relative modern ones, Triple G, Lomachenko, Usyk, Gervonta Davis. Out of females, older ones, Lila Lee and Wolf, Clarissa Shields, fairly at this point, like boxing wise, Katie Taylor, and the Fundora is great. Anyways, there are many, but it's just kind of like the ones I really like, and like their styles and like boxing wise. You box? Yes, I do. I haven't done the boxing lectures in a while because of like a little bit of traveling, and there've been some things going on, but I'll get back to it. Right now, we can just have talks about it, and I can do a little bit more like a traveling vlogs. But I'll be back to more of the training and boxing content. Manny Pacquiao is legendary like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he definitely is. How are you, Red? I'm good. I follow you from Italy. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Hey, me too. I think of myself as a warrior, I box as well. Yeah, it's kind of the mentality. You're not trying to brag about it. You're not trying to position yourself as someone better than someone else. It's like it's something within you that you just compare your own self to your old self to your future self, or to your current self, and then you aim for your future self. And it's just like that inner journey. It's almost like a philosophy. You love Italy. I think everyone loves Italy. I wish to travel there one day. Unfortunately, I didn't have an opportunity to travel in Europe yet, but that's gonna change in the near future. Last question. What are your honest view on Andrew Tate about his misogynistic side and other side that is very disciplined and hardworking? Andrew Tate says some of the... Okay, so he created outrageous persona because that works. That's a clickbait thing, straight away. he appealed with a lot of male audience, a young male audience, because actually a lot of things he said make sense. He said a lot of truthful things. But here is the thing. Just because someone says a one truthful thing or few truthful things, but then, you know, you see their lifestyle, you see all the other stuff, that a lot of flaws about them, which is everyone, no one is flawless, everyone has their flaws. You shouldn't idealize someone just because they said one or few right things, right? That's why we need to put people, and we should stop worshiping them or hating them because of a single or a couple things they've been saying, but whether it's good or bad. What we should is break it down, you know? Certain things he completely made sense. Certain things he just, sometimes he'd been acting like a clown. And it's also, I don't know, like that's my take on Andrew Tate. You know, I think I could have a conversation with him, like with anyone else pretty much. I think we should be able to do that. And I actually had the conversations with misogynistic people, and quite friendly conversations. Because that's the thing, I don't care about what, okay, you can be a misogynist, you can be racist, you can be a fascist, or whatever means, like, whatever extremist ideas you have. What's gonna happen? If I see it in front of you, you're gonna, I don't know, you're gonna kill me, you're gonna shoot me, which unfortunately, you know, happens in some occasions, but I'm talking about when we're just, you know, having a reasonable conversation. So I never take that personally. If someone tells me, oh, woman, go to kitchen, I spend quite a lot of time in kitchen, and though I'm not the best cook, my husband is way better at it, but that's not an insult. I don't take that as an insult. So the point is, I'm not being outraged by Tate. And there are certain things I agree with him, but there's certain things that you look at his lifestyle, and he's like, I mean, it's a little bit. He tries to present himself as a certain thing, but some things he just, so there is a little bit of a hypocrisy in his case as well. That's how I think about all of it. I think also his brother Tristan Tate is smarter when it comes to his presence. So he chose more like a calm presence. Every time Tristan talks, even if he does some bad things and outrageous things, and he and his brother do something wrong, for example, I'm not aware of all of that. I don't really follow on those things that much. I'm just saying that even if his position and his presence is so calming, that it's just more appealing. I think he's more likable. So Tristan Tate is more likable than Andrew Tate. But Andrew Tate is more famous. Why? Because that's a clickbait. That's he's capitalizing on the controversy and outrage, and sometimes likability. So he creates that controversial persona, and well, it's been, so far I've been kind of successful. So as long as it works for him. How are you? I'm doing well. What do you think about the Taekwondo? It's beautiful martial art. Never practiced it though. I don't worry, I see your work to the back. You could beat the most normal guys. Let's be. Maybe I could self-defend myself. You know, unexpected momentum can be very, very useful. I can outbox a lot of guys. Outboxing is different when you spar, and you don't try to hurt yourself, but you land punches. And just because technique, I had outboxed some guys, but that's normal because someone who is more experienced, they can outbox you, and that's a good learning process. When it comes to beating, I don't ever look for a fight with the men. Okay, I'm very peaceful. I always neutralize it with like talking. There were many fights that I actually use my femininity and calm talking, and actually, you know, okay, tell me why is the problem? Why is this? And you know, just the escalating situation. That's what I'm very good at. I think even better than fighting. So that's what I'm do, and this is how I look at it. I'm not ever gonna compete with men. The only way I spar with men is just to learn something for myself, use them use their help to get better in sport. Manny Pacquiao hit Antonio Margarez left eye 88 times. Do you think he got the brain damage? Well, he absolutely could. I don't wish anyone to get the brain damage, but Antonio Margarito was his comeback. What's one lesson here? Drinking water. What is the one lesson, life lesson you wish you knew 5 years ago? Let me think. That's a good question. Have strong boundaries. Protect your boundaries. You don't have to yell, scream, but be very strict. Be very stand strong on your boundaries. That's what I would teach myself from 5 years ago. The greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. One of the greatest of all time, for sure. You like Cristiano Ronaldo? I mean, I don't really watch football that much, but I respect him. I think he came from nothing, and he's one of the best and prominent football players, and he's a figure that is like known outside of the football, and he's known for his discipline. So yeah, I think I have a quite respect for him. Agreed. Ali fought a lot of tough opponents, but Ali was also people's champion. He refused to go to the war, and he got suspended for it. You know, he was there for people. He was inspirational for people. So that doubles and triples his legacy. For example, my friend, if I'm net, you can teach a fight for free to me. Well, that sounds like a lot of my Georgian friends. Like, oh, can you teach me for free? Well, I can do it once maybe, but I don't have that much time. I gotta have to do my work and do job and make some money for living. So time is money, my friend. Yes, I train in MMA too because I love it, not because I want to act tough. That's a good attitude. Happy Diwali. Today is Diwali in India. I wish you prosperity and happiness. Happy Diwali to you too. Yes, in Italy we have many church. Most important at Rome. I mean, Italy is like a cultural hub for, I don't know, so many different eras. The Roman Empire, and then you have Renaissance and the mix of all of those two. So one day, it's actually interesting. My mom has a booked flight to Rome, which is quite cool. Oh, that's a good one. Is Benny the Jet Urquidez the best kickboxer ever? Like one of the best kickboxers ever. Like Urquidez was, I think his record is 200 something, and at some point he was unbeaten. Like he was undefeated for like it was very big winning streak. And I've seen his fights, and that was a period of a great skill. And super entertaining and super intense. Like right now, you can see it's not as intense. I mean, not all fights. There are some fights that are very intense and high paced, but you can see the higher levels actually kind of being more careful, more calculated. In Benny's case, that was like a cinematic. And you know, like he's known for his fight with Bruce Lee, one of the best staged fighting acts in the movies, in the cinema, but his original fights were also cinematic in my opinion. So yeah, absolutely agree with that. You have to know how to control your emotions. Absolutely, you have to. Vatican City is the most little country of the world. Yes. Argentina versus, that's a 50-50, so I don't put all my money on neither. Okay, I'm keep scrolling up, guys. I know the people around here. I know this fact. Well, I don't think so because people around me are talking and doing their stuff, and they're just busy. Do you think Andrew Tate can beat Jake Paul? Well, the Andrew Tate actually had a real fight. I mean, it might not be the highest level, but he had a real fight. So I think yes, he can. Watching all the way from Hamburg, Germany. I hope you are doing well. Well, thank you. I hope you're doing well too. You know the boxer Terence Bud Crawford. I live streamed for 5 hours for entire card and waiting for the fight with him and Canelo. And I was saying, my take was that if Canelo doesn't do a knockout, Terence would outbox him and win by points, and that's what happened. So I know Terence is great. The guy is tough as nails. His story of getting shot in his head and driving himself to the hospital says everything about his mentality. And he's extremely smart, extremely high IQ of boxing. And his skill, he's very fluid. He's very fluid. One of the most adaptable boxers, maybe even of all time. Very adaptable. You could see in that fight with Canelo, he gave up 3 rounds just to analyze Canelo, and then you saw what happened. So he's a big player. He's a great boxer. Have you seen Muhammad Ali versus Antonio in Occupied? Actually, I haven't seen that one. I've seen the highlights and some documentaries where that fight was included, but I never seen the whole fight. Okay, my friend, I'm joking. You're amazing and kind of you speak. Thank you, I appreciate it. And jokes are fine. That's no issue with that. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. It was heavyweight, like 100 kg, moving faster than lightweight. Yes, and it's actually funny that his boxing style was considered to be completely wrong. It was breaking all the boxing at that period, boxing rules. But this is how the boxing evolves. So you got to break those rules before you come up with something new. Show the streets. Well, I can show you a little bit here from the cafe. It's actually a beautiful place. So look around. I'm just showing it like this. People are chilling. This is the street. Someone that waved in the camera. And yeah, I walked a little bit earlier, but now I'm just chilling. Now I'm just chilling, drinking water and my tea. Keep scrolling up, guys. Who would have won, Jones or Aspinall? Well, I mean, Prime Jones could win, but that's the thing. Aspinall is younger. He's super dangerous fighter. He's super great fighter, high knockout ratio. Aspinall is also bigger. Like usually Jones being pretty much always the bigger one with a higher reach, and that's the case when it's opposite. Tom Aspinall has the size advantage too. So at this point, I would go for Tom. Though I mean, Jones has maybe one of the best, including Dimitri. I'm saying one of the best because I think one of the best also MMA IQs are on Demetrius Johnson has incredible fighting IQ. It's just he's like a very, very, very lightweight, and maybe it wasn't that people watch these fights more. So heavyweights are always more entertaining. I think a lot of people, more people follow up on that weight class. But Jones arguably has one of the best fighting IQs. He's natural, and he'll always be natural. So I don't know if he could pull something, but that's the thing. Aspinall at his prime. He's at his prime now. So I would still go for Aspinall. Though if Jones appears on the white card and White House card, and then they have that fight and he wins, then you can say that John Jones is the GOAT. You know, you cannot say that he's just yes, he's been defending his title for like he has a lot of title defenses, but at the same time, it's been like once in a year, sometimes once in 3 years, and all that kind of stuff lately. But if Jones would win against Tom, he would secure his legacy and could retire just easy. Okay, I'm keep scrolling up, guys. Tell me what you regret most in life. I don't regret anything, and I'll tell you why. Because I come from the family that no one speaks English. I'm not coming from the poor family, but we had some financial struggles. We were at the point that I had to step up, work, do my best, and I didn't know English for long up until 2020 when I started learning it, and everything changed since then. But before that, I was having the mentality of I cannot fuck up. Like I cannot just go, and I'm the oldest child, so I was like kind of witnessing a lot of things, a lot of issues, a lot of toxicity in the family, a lot of some bad stuff, And I'm not complaining because there people have it way worse. But to me, it was like I cannot fuck up. I don't have that luxury to go just do whatever I want and come back pregnant, for example, like impregnated by some stranger or anything like that. So I always been or I cannot go and commit a crime and make my family to deal, already quite a dysfunctional family, to deal with the things. So I realized that I gotta be on my own when it comes to that, and pretty much it might sound arrogant, but I haven't made those very big horrible mistakes that are kind of have a big consequences, and you gotta leave those consequences, if you know what I mean. Because I achieved that realization very early in my life, since I was a teenager. That's why I was like, okay, I need to train, I need to learn, I need to study. Even I don't have a university education, but I took the courses. I became personal trainer. I did boxing. Everything I did, I learned English myself. Everything I did was to make my life better and make potentially my family's life better by extension, and just keep striving. So basically being smart and strategic about life. So I really don't have major regrets. I really don't. And even things that happened to me as a kid outside of my control, if those things didn't happen, I wouldn't be the way I was. I can tell you, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself where I got myself to. Again, not in an arrogant way, in a pretty much healthy and natural, healed way, in a peaceful way. I'm proud of that little girl, what she's been through, and what she has become, and what she is going to become. And today says you should put your gloves pressed to your face because you will hit yourself if he hits your glove. Is that good technique? Well, it can work. It works. He has a big range. He's a taller, and usually he's a taller fighter, so that works, and that's quite annoying actually. Do you appreciate the patience game in boxing more or the knockouts? Both. I mean, knockouts are always fascinating. Like, oh, it's like boom, like, and everyone is like, wow, knockout. But I enjoy boxing bouts, like a pure boxing bouts. For example, Canelo Crawford, I enjoy that fight so much because I was watching every second. I was watching every landing punch, every angle cut, and when it happens, I don't even notice how the rounds fly. So it's pretty much, I enjoy it quite a lot. Cute corner you found there. Yeah, there's so many cute corners like that in Vietnam. Alright, what's the topic? Just asking questions, so basically Q&A in this live stream. Yeah, I agree. Was just making sure I wasn't being biased towards my fellow Brit. yeah, no, I think if you're talking about Tom is great, and he seems to be a great personality as well. Your country friend is allowed their gambling like in the betting site online. Here is the Philippines, a lot of gambling betting site online. Well, I'm against gambling in general, so yeah, that's all I can say. Great, seems like you have a great character. It's a combination of self-work and combination of learning from other superior, smarter, more experienced people. That's pretty much it. But guys, I've been live streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes now, and my phone's gonna die soon. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for being on this live stream. As I said, this has been like a vacation period, so I'm just live streaming the streets and having the Q&As and you know, just trying to do that and keep growing my YouTube and become more consistent on it. And when I'm back in the Chang, I'm gonna get back to the training. A lot of boxing, a lot of my trainings, but also like the live streams about both the boxing basics and trying to help you with your questions regarding boxing and all that kind of stuff. So I'll do more of that when I'm back in the chat. But so far, it's been a chill period, and I always like to have a talk with you guys. I always appreciate our conversations because it's pretty much, you keep the chat pretty much clean and you're respectful, and I love that. I absolutely looking forward to keep it that way. So I'll look through a couple more messages and I'm gonna finish the live stream. Right now, oh, he can't fight Crawford is scared with him. If you mean the Crawford is like a scary one. And he also, don't forget, he went up 2 weight classes. He beat Canelo. A lot of people say about now Crawford Bivol, and Bivol is great. Bivol's technique is beautiful. And he's amazing. But Bivol is big. And yeah, Canelo Bivol happened, but Crawford, so I don't know. Like, I would love to see that fight. And I would not be frustrated either way. Same with Canelo. I love Canelo, so I would be happy for Canelo to win either. So same with Bivol versus Crawford. I would just love to watch that fight, like to see the boxing, the art of boxing, if you know what I mean. God bless. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself too. Thank you very much, guys. I see you in the next live stream. Bye bye.